Hello, it's me, Justin, here for another video. I haven't really updated much recently, so I thought it would be good to just quickly jump on. But I thought this video would be more about my experience with finishing off with one of my instructors at WGU, because I've mentioned this in a couple other videos, but I have really enjoyed working with the instructor for these 4 courses. Now, some programs, I don't believe you have the same instructor for a block of courses, but in the Masters of Curriculum Design or Curriculum and Instruction, you do. So there's an instructor for the first 4 courses, then the second 4 courses is a different instructor, and then the research component, which is like 5 courses or something like that, and a capstone. So for the second block, which I'm trying to remember the courses now, it's all a blur, but I believe it was curriculum design, curriculum evaluation, assessment of student learning, and what's the one I'm in right now? Differentiated learning, which I'm hoping to complete today. I've had for 1 course. So I chatted with my instructor yesterday, and it was probably the last time I'll chat with her. And I just realized that when I compare this type of education to sitting in a big lecture hall, if you're going to a large research university, or even if it's a college and you've got like a lot of students that are competing for the instructor's attention, especially if they have questions and they're asking afterwards, but everyone's waiting. It's so different. Like WGU, you get to personalize the experience because you are booking an appointment one-on-one, which sure, you can do with office hours for a university instructor. But to me, you're kind of setting the time. You as the student are setting the time. So do you want to book a 15-minute appointment, 30-minute, 45? And recently I've been booking 45 because I just really enjoy having a lot of time to talk about not only just the projects, but just talk about some of the learning material. And I find that she's very engaged, and not only that, she's very knowledgeable. Like, she for one has a PhD, and specifically in that area that I'm talking about. And not only that, she has a lot of teaching experience. So this is very comparable to any other university where you have a very qualified, educated instructor or professor, but you also have somebody in this case who has like work experience, like application of their knowledge. So I'm kind of getting the best of everything from her. And now that I've met with her for 3 or 4 different courses, I know her and she knows me, and we know, for example, I'm in Canada, she's in the States, she's in Florida. So we talk about things like the election, and we talk about things like, for big thing is the weather, because we are literally on the opposite ends of this continent, and just on a big diagonal. So when we receive snow here, it's still like she's at the beach. So it's just a really interesting experience to be able to share our life experiences and get to know one another in a way where we can support one another. Like, even me, I kind of, since I'm coming from a different context compared to most students, meaning I'm a university instructor, they're mostly grade school, whether it's middle school or high school or even elementary school, I'm kind of shining a light on a different type of educator. And so she asks me a lot of questions, and she even tells me like, oh, like this is something that's a little bit new for me. But she knows where to find the right resources. What I'm saying is, I think that you should take advantage of the instructors, and not only that, you should remind yourself why this adds value to your education. You're getting like basically a coach at your an arm length reach, because like you can book an appointment at any time. In this case, I really wish I could meet with her more, and we were kind of sad. Like, it was kind of like, oh, like you're my Canadian friend and you're my American friend, and hope to kind of connect, let's reach out. But you get this personalized teaching and learning experience through these like little coaching sessions. And I watched a video. It's funny because I watched a video prior to joining WGU. A few people were saying, oh, don't worry so much about the instructors, like you can just do it on your own. But why? Like, why would you? And not only that, for the assignments, like honestly, I can just say straight out, they are the direct path. what I mean by that is they know exactly what the evaluators are looking for, especially for the performance reviews. So when you just, like for me, I read all the criteria, I start the assignment, before I go full on writing mode, I book the appointment and I meet with her or whoever, and I just say, this is what I'm gonna be doing. And generally they're saying, oh, okay, no, actually don't go in that direction, but think about this. Now, what I like is that they are pointing you in the right direction, but they don't actually say, do this, so that it feels less quality for learning. Like, I wanna learn, so if someone's just telling me what to do, I'm not gonna learn. But she is pointing me towards the paths of solution. So there are multiple paths for solution. And then she's asking me questions to think about how I might answer these questions critically from my point of view, from a university educator point of view. So it is really coaching is what she's doing, with a bit of advising, you could say, giving advice on certain topic-specific information. Now, I'm mentioning this because that is just one support system that is in the program, and of course you have the mentor, and that is just like the cherry on the top of the cake, because the mentor, I mean, because the mentor is like your little cheerleader. So whenever you pass a course, whenever you, or let's say you do really well on your course planning tool before the course starts, they're giving you kind of a bit of an applaud, and also telling you how to manage your time, managing your tasks effectively. So you've got this little cheerleader, but you also got this content matter expert that is also kind of like a cheerleader, and you do feel like you're not alone. Even though in some of my videos I've talked about that. It can feel like you are alone if you're not touching base with those people enough. And I found that. It's so easy to just be like, oh, I'll just quickly do this assignment as best as I can, as fast as I can. But the learning just isn't as rich. And so take advantage of the people resources that you have, and just know that not all other institutions have this kind of personalized support. And it's a bit of a privilege. It's a bit of a advantage, which is so surprising because you're paying way less for the overall tuition in my case, because I'm doing an accelerated path. And not only that, you're getting better and more support from just as qualified or more qualified people. Now, I can't talk on behalf of every instructor. I'm assuming there are many instructors that maybe are mediocre. Probably some are not like up to the level that you're hoping for. But my observation is that for a course, there is a pair, like kind of like a group of instructors. And in my case, if let's say I want a different perspective, I can actually reach out to some of the other course instructors for additional support. What that means is not only do I have my one-on-one instructor, but I also can access these other people. Therefore, I have personal support from 4 different people if I want. Now, I know that's not really recommended to reach out to them because they also have their assigned students, but it was never told to me that I couldn't reach out to them. And at one point or another, it was suggested that I can when my instructor was away. So anyways, here I am, like, just shouting praises of joy for the instructors, because I feel like we should take advantage of them and appreciate this kind of support. So hopefully that gives you a glimpse on where I'm at as well. So I am just finishing my 8th course. I didn't really do a video for last month. I didn't really feel like it. And I think it will be better for me just to finish this course and then maybe make a video to say, hey, I've done my content-specific courses. It's all done. Because after that, I'm moving on to the research, which is basically a kind of these cumulative, well, not cumulative. There are these different learning tasks that build up to the main research project. They're building blocks. So annotated bibliography, literature review, research question, research proposal, final report. And so that's its own thing. So therefore, I might have a different video for that when I'm in the midst of research. But for now, I'm finishing up my topic-specific courses, and maybe I will make another video when I'm got the final check I'm done this 8th course. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe. I am going to be making videos like this all the way through to the very end, and probably continuing on about how to be a good student, like do well with your tasks as a student, and also set yourself up for success in your academic journey and in your work journey. Hope to see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.